Hey everyone, it is Donnie and I'm back. Our starter did pretty good, and so we're going to go ahead and make a loaf of bread. We're going to use Harry for our loaf today. And so if you can just bear with me here a moment, and I'll put on my apron and get started. All right. My apron. I already got everything set out, my recipe up. I follow the Clever Carrot, and hopefully that music's not too loud. We almost always have music on in the house. So anyway, I followed the clevercarrot.com recipe for beginner sourdough recipe, and I just have always done that. So I already have my bubbly starter and filtered water, which I actually put in the microwave to warm up a little bit. So the starter is 73.3 and the water is 89.6. So that should be perfect once they get mixed together, especially then there's olive oil, King Arthur bread flour, and salt. So I'm just gonna zero out this. Everything's by grams. And can you see that? I think so. It's 150 grams of sourdough starter. So we're just, oopsie, gotta zero it out, Donnie. Woo! Almost made a big error. Oh, Quinny, please. Please be quiet, buddy. 150. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oops, got a little too much. And yes, I still am a little bit ridiculous about my number being right on. So I just kind of let it drip from my spoon till it gets to where I want it to be. Come on. Got a whole gram left. Come on, a big one. Here we go. Getting closer. There we are. Oh, hopefully that didn't go over. Okay, so 150 grams of starter, then 250 grams of warm water, filtered. So I just pour that in. No, 250, I got a long way to go. Pour faster. Oh, 43. And I usually go back and use my spoon. Don't worry, I washed my hands before I came on. And I do use my finger a lot, but I just use this spoon to go ahead and get it to the 250. There it is. All right, go to the sink. Then the oil is 25 grams. So it's a little slow with this little top on, but makes me be able to be exact like I like to be. So we just shake, shake, shake. 25 grams of olive oil. Boom, 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 boom. How's everybody's day? Mine has been pretty good so far. It's a beautiful day, actually. It's It's 11:30 in the in the morning, and oops, sunny outside. We're supposed to get rain again. We're in Northern California. Damn it, I went over. Oh well, sorry about that. Close enough for who it's for. It's like I like to say. Then I like to stir this up a little bit. Anyway, we're in Northern California, so we do get some snow and ice in the foothills of Lake Tahoe, but it's sunny and nice today, so that's always fun. So on part of my channel, I have a garden. I plan on doing the cookbook recipes that my friend thinks would be great entertainment. And my sourdough and my garden. And I make my own dog food. What else do I do? There's something else big and I just forgot what it was. We don't have any animals except for our doggies. But, so those are some of the things I hope to do on the channel that I hope you guys will enjoy. Okay, so now it's time for the bread flour, and we do 500 grams of the bread flour. So I'm gonna grab another spoon. I just like to, hi Quinny, I like to just put it in a little slowly. Whoops, and then I spill all over the countertop every single time. My countertops get washed probably at least 10-15 times a day because I'm messy. Okay, okay, now we're at 200, so we still have 500. Oh boy, so far to go. Okay, go faster. I don't mix any of this in as I go. I don't know if that would be easier or not. I basically just get my clean hands in there and mush it all up like the directions say. 377. It's probably my least favorite part. I don't like getting my hands all dirty like that, but that's what it is. I also don't like wearing the food gloves. We have them, and I do wear them for some things I do. But, oh, so close. I don't like doing it with this because they taste, I don't care what anybody says. To me, they smell and taste rubbery. Come on. Oh, there we are. I'll let it go at 105.2. Okay, then 10 grams of salt. So that's quite a bit of salt actually. Probably a tablespoon. I have measured and tried to convert it to cups and teaspoons and things like that, but I have a scale, so I just use that usually. All right, so here's our dough. Pretty simple. And I start just kind of mixing it with the fork. Yesterday I mentioned that one of the channels I watched said you weren't supposed to use metal, which is a homestead channel or a farm channel that I love. And it probably makes sense. But then I also go down the sourdough rabbit hole all the time and watch other videos. And in another homesteading video that I watched today, she definitely uses metal. So I don't know how important that is, but I probably will go ahead and get some silicone forks and spoons and mixers. Actually, even my Christmas gift from my mom this year, I asked for and I called them bantam bags yesterday, but they're bantam bowls. And it's a whole kit. It has 2 bowls in it and 3 liners. One liner is for, is just flat that you would use for like baguettes. And then it has the razor scorer. It's got little things where you can do the cute little dusting on top. You know, to make, most of it's Christmas stuff. So I'm gonna wash my hands just one more time before I get in there and take my wedding ring off. Anyway, I call them bantam bags. They're bantam bowls. Anyway, and all that, the mixer thingy that they have in there that I've never used, it's metal. So I guess it really probably doesn't matter too much. Yeah, we're getting to the part where I'm gonna have to stick my hands in there and get them all dirty. It helps if they're a little wet also. So it's a good thing to wash your hands right before. I'll probably go ahead and make crackers or some more sourdough muffins, or not muffins, what are they called? Yeah, English muffins, that's what they're called. Today, but I don't know. I also have I do some freezer meals every month just to have some stuff in the freezer that I can throw in the crock pot for when I don't feel like cooking. And on that I follow, it's called The Family Freezer. And she's got some really good ones. And then I do some of our favorites, my own too. So I'll probably be showing you guys some of that too, but I do have some of those I need to, they had chicken thighs on sale at our meat market. So I got 9 pounds to make a bunch of different freezer meals. So I need to get that done today too. Maybe that'll be another video I can do today for release later in the week. I published my video, or it's gonna come out at noon today, the one I did yesterday, my premiere. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just kind of went out there and I edited it and then uploaded it, and then they kind of told me I needed to do some stuff. So like to publish it, like I could pick a different date and time. So I just picked noon today. I don't know what time matters or anything like that. But so at the very beginning, this is about as mixed as it's gonna get for now. And then we're gonna let it sit for at least 30 minutes. And they call autolyse. I think that's how you pronounce it. Just kind of let everything soak up and get together. So it looks pretty shaggy, but that's the way it's supposed to look. So I'm fine with that. Get all this junk off my hands. And we'll see you, I'll clean up this mess, and I'll see you probably in about 30 minutes and start shaping a little bit and doing, well, shape, and then we'll do our stretch and fold and blah, blah, blah. So see you in a bit. All right, so it has been 30 minutes and we're gonna start shaping or putting together this wonderful sourdough. Oops, can you see? I'm afraid I'm going to mess this up. There we go. Okay. So, basically, it just, what that autolyse is, it just lets all of the flour soak up all of the water and everything. So now we're just going to kind of shape it into a ball. And once we get it shaped into the ball, then we're going to let it rest again. And we'll do what they call stretch and folds every like hour or so. So doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get tighter and tighter every time we pull and stretch and then roll into the ball. But just get all of this stuff off the bottom and everything like that, and get it a little bit more incorporated so it looks a little bit more like a real sourdough bowl. So that's probably good enough for now. Once I start stretching and folding, you'll see how it comes together. So now we're gonna let it rest again. All right, I'm back. And now we're going to start the stretch and folds. So that's what it looks like. So you just pull up one side and stretch it. And if I forgot to mention, and then just kind of fold it back down. I know I told you guys this before, but I just started making sourdough in June or July. And I am in no way, shape, or form an expert. But following those directions on the Clever Carrot, I have gotten some pretty good loaves. Sometimes I'm like, why doesn't mine stretch like other people's? Why doesn't mine do this like other people's? And then I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. So you do all four sides and then you just kind of fold it back down on itself. And then you just put it back in its little bowl and see how it's coming together already. So that was the first stretch and fold. We'll do it 2 or 3 more times. We'll have an hour in between each. I probably won't show you that because, you know, how many times do you really need to watch that? Alrighty, we're back. Oops, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing down here. Hold on. Oops, oops, oops. Okay. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Okay, that's better. Okay, so the dough has been stretched and folded. And so now I'm going to shape it and put it in the banten for its bulk proofing. So I'm just gonna kind of get it all out of here. This is too, I think, when you would add like any inclusions that you want. I have done cheddar and jalapeno twice, and I did a rosemary feta one time. And they were both, the first one that I did was really, really good. The other two were flat. So I'm still working on that, but I'm just gonna shape this up a little bit for the bulk fermentation. I'm really kind of confused on when I'm supposed to put it in the banten. But they said for this part, so, and they said you put the top part down. So when you put it in the cast iron to cook it, you just flip it out. So they pinch it like this and kind of fold it over. So you have a pretty bottom, but the actual bottom will be the top. So now we're going to cover it again, and we're going to let it rise for, probably 12 to 24 hours, depending on, I'll probably do it out on the counter or in the oven for a few hours, and then I'll throw it in the refrigerator so that I can actually take it out and cook it tomorrow. See you then.